Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 Plays. We're playing Xenonauts 2 here, Milestone 6 drop. We just got done with Phase 1. We're starting Phase 2. We're beginning of our month 4. We have 90 days until it really gets nasty, and we're getting overwhelmed. We just got our funding, so we've got some money here. I am going to have to lay down a base, unfortunately. I have to get something started in North America so I can cover these two continents. And I'm covering little bits of this continent, and if I can get enough money in month 5, I'll try to drop a base in East Asia over here, somewhere to try and cover all of this. But that's going to be very hard to do. There's some new buttons over here that I'm going to explore with you all. As a reminder, this is a normal difficulty playthrough. I call it the Everyman playthrough. As a caveat, I am a Kickstarter backer, and I am also a playtester. So I know things that you won't see in the game, because I would rather have you go out and join us in the pre-order world and play it yourself and find out all the neat stuff. What I'm trying to do is show you kind of how a typical game would roll out for somebody kind of just starting out here and reacting to things as they come up. I'm not min-maxing or anything like that. I'm just trying to explain logical decisions on why you would want to go here or there, and some of the reasons why you want to do certain things, like grabbing money and stuff so that you can get more money in the future so you can build more stuff and stuff like that. Okay? So that's where I'm headed here. So we're going to pick this up and we're going to come over here. This is for 100 OPs, you can get 20 alinium. You get a little bit for a few days. Okay. This here is alloys. You can pick up alien alloys if you need them to build something. Okay. This is straight up money. We're up to 630,000 if we need it. And this is to reduce panic. You can drop 11 panic in a target region. So if somebody's getting too high, you can spend some op points to do that. We do want to get some op points down here to give us maybe a little bit more money. And these things now, they change what these things actually do. So you're picking up extra operations points there, whereas this one here, I get 1.5 operation points and -1 panic for Soviets. Okay, so these things will help you maintain your panic control too, a little bit. Okay, this here now gives me -1 panic global and -1 panic in Europe, so it helps me do both. And if I can spend the money over here, the op points, I get another -1 Europe, and it helps me with engineering projects. So all those things are really nice. Our research is a ways out. We did hire a bunch of new scientists. Engineering, we're building up the laser rifles. We got a day to get our second one. Soldiers are all fairly healthy, I think. Everybody's healthy. So I have a whole plethora of soldiers I can pull for various missions and to do base defense and things like that. Which means I'll be able to transfer some of them over. You can see I have lots of things that I can do here. Okay. So there's lots of fun things going on there. This is my current loadout. I have a las sniper and a las rifle. As soon as I get another las rifle, I'll change Clayton Watson into being a laser person, but I don't have a laser gun right now. And then for my ships, Angel 3 was the latest one. It is basically a torpedo launcher. It will fly in, try to get some torpedoes on a UFO to take out its armor, fire off a Sidewinder afterwards, and then just retreat and get out of the battle. And then these two will use their Sidewinders and then finish with their cannons. I'm hoping to get a little bit further along than that. But first things first, we really should go build a new base. We're going to put it probably just outside of Houston. over here in what would probably be Arkansas, because it'll cover the northern part of South America and lots of and Mexico and most of the U.S. Won't cover Alaska and stuff, but it should be good enough. So we'll put it down here, and it's gonna. Actually, we're gonna name it USA 1. Okay. And now this is where it's, when you're building a base, you don't want to put it in the middle like they did on ours. You want to put it off to one side. Okay. Because it'd be easier to build things out that way. And then the other thing you really want to do is I'm going to spend a little bit of money to get a storeroom started up too. And I put a storeroom right behind. And when this thing comes up, if I have the money, I will drop a power station and a hangar in here. But right now I want to hold on to my money in case I have other more important things going on. Because we have to get a radar and we have to get an airplane over there or two and a radar to make it effective at all. So we've got a ways to go before we can do that. So we'll kind of keep it centered here, and we're gonna spin up some time here. Okay, I'm gonna have the engineers make some more stuff. The laser lance, I don't have enough aluminium to do it, so I have to wait till I take down another thing. Okay, I didn't realize I thought I would have 20 left. I miscounted. I thought I would have 25 left, but I didn't, so I screwed up. So I'm gonna have them just generate me some money. We need to go make Lieutenant Clayton Watson is now going to become a las rifle person. So I've got my laser rifles in here. My assault guys are still only using regular shotguns, but I can't really afford to give them laser stuff yet. And so again, we're going to spin up some time and see if we can get to a mission that'll give us some aluminium and alloys, another thing to shoot down maybe. It's not looking really good. The US base will not be... Yeah, I've got them blowing up things out there. Okay. So, I'm going to launch my interceptors. We're going to send everybody out. Try to get on target. Oh, he got out of my radar range, huh? I'm just going to go back. He landed. Okay. We are undamaged, so we've got this thing to go after. We'll launch my target team, but I'm going to change the tank to being a missile user. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. And otherwise we're just going to keep going. Shield lady can actually take more grenades. So she's going to take another grenade. Las rifles are okay. The las heavy. Should I take another... What's this way? Wait, 2. Well, I can take another thing of this, or I can take another grenade. I'll have them be able to be... Okay, now we've got assaults here that can carry more stuff. I think I want a regular grenade. I'm going to have to do some serious damage to these people. This one. It's gonna do the same thing. And Mr. Sniper is just gonna stay just the way he is. Alright, that's the way we're gonna go. This is going to be, we're gonna be taking on this in night. How many days do I have on this? I have no idea, so I have to get there. So we're gonna have to go into a night mission. This is going to be something different, because we're gonna get there right as night falls. This will be bad. Alright, so we'll do a night battle. And we'll be back as soon as we get the thing started up. As soon as we're ready to start, okay? Alright, so we are back and we are ready to start this mission. It's going to be a night mission, and we're trying to take on a destroyer that's not damaged at all. Landing site of the UFO. So none of its crew are dead. Might be a tough battle. With greater risk comes greater rewards. There's rather limits to what can be recovered from it. Forward to recovering one intact. Yeah, you would. Alright, it's got these things for sure. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of them. That'll lighten up the area. I'm gonna have him kneel. He's not gonna be able to do much. I could take 2 shots at 30%. So I can get a good shot there. %100% shot. Can the tank hit it? Finish it? No, of course not. The tank took a major hit there. I'm gonna move shield person up here. We're gonna have her toss a light stick out that way. We're gonna put the sniper right here with the ability to shoot with his sniper laser rifle. Don't know how wide this thing is. Alright, this guy's gonna have to come here to start with. Lady, you're gonna throw a light stick out there. And there's one a long way away. Oh god. I am not going to be able to get to him. Kneel down there. I'm going to put the rifleman here. Because he's way too far away. But if he comes and moves into my line of sight, maybe I can shoot him. I think I'm going to have the heavy... move up to here. Got his pistol. Maybe waste the time to throw a light stick out there. And then kneel down. Yep, I think that's about as good as I can do right now. Bad things are gonna happen to me over here. This is the guy I know where he's at, so let's end our turn and see what happens with him. Okay. And while it's saving, we'll be right back. Sorry about that, I had to take a quick break. So we've got one guy left here. Maybe I just want to try and shoot him from here. Let's just get rid of him. Okay. And we're going to have him step here. Just going to look that way and look this way. And then I'm going to have him run over here. And I found a corner. Okay, so now I'm okay. I'm going to have him face off this way. She's going to get out her pistol and just throw that like right there. Okay. Well, this is not looking all that great, but so they're going to come out to here. I think I'm going to throw another light stick out this way. And I found another corner here. So it's going to be up here somewhere that we're going to end up having to go. Doesn't have a lot of movement points left, so he's going to just come back around here and kneel. Keep an eye out in that general direction. And now we've got to do the hard stuff here. Okay. Oh, that's a very nasty one, and that's a very nasty one. Okay. Wow. Took a major hit there. 55, huh? This is gonna hurt a lot. Dang it! He's gonna die. And I can't get here with enough points left. There's another one over there, but I can't be bothered. Wow, didn't do very much damage to him. Oh, we're gonna get really mushed here. Not nearly enough. I don't have enough time left. Damn it! He's gonna die. This is very bad. Very, very bad. He's already done, right? Yeah. This is very, very bad. You sniper lady. You don't have a shot left, do you? No. You're the only one that might have a shot, and it doesn't look like you can get up here and get a shot off. No, that's very bad. Alright, we're gonna lose some people here. We're gonna take some casualties. Killed the tank. Killed the tank right out of the bot. So the tank is gone. Okay, there's another one coming down up here. It's got to be over there. We've got 2 big ones, 2 little ones. Got our shotgun out. You just need to kneel in place. Hope they don't kill us. They already got the tank. That's going to be expensive to rebuild. There he goes. He went over there. Okay, so we've gotten 3 little ones. 2 big ones. That's 5. There's probably 5 more plus a Mentark, right? You yourself. We've got 1 real shot left. Let's do a scout first. God, where the hell is it? Is it that far away? Seriously? Oh my God. It is a long butt way away. It is a very long way away. Yeah, it's a very long way away. Okay, this is going to be a very long fight. Yeah, it's over there. Okay. Doesn't have much left on the shield or armor. Okay, that's everybody for this turn. Gotta shift everybody's student body right. They're out here somewhere. I heard them. Still need to go student body right. Okay. think we're kind of clear. I hope we are. Alright. Kneel, because you're going to get shot. Okay, let's see what happens here. I know I heard something up here. Yeah, I don't want her to act this turn. Okay, there's one of those there. I know I heard something come out last time. Let's try and make sure we've got everything else cleared off out here. There's one. That's gonna be for the sniper. I don't think the sniper can shoot him. Too much out of range, huh? I thought he only had 1 health left. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I need 38 to throw a bomb. That's bad. Very bad. Went in a door over here. Okay. All right, let's see what happens now. Oh, he's not acted, huh? Why am I not allowed to shoot? Who shot me? Who the hell shot me? I'm so confused. Who the hell is shooting me? Okay, where's my heavy gunner? Okay, well, there's a BB. Taking lots of hits here. There's going to be lots of people dying. Okay. Okay. This is going to be bad. There's going to be a lot of them in there. Yeah, lots of them. She's got a flashbang. That's going to be her job. To try and get the two biggies. There. It didn't suppress him. Why didn't it suppress him? I forgot to reload her. From where? Shit. Nobody else has got a shot. So he's going to get a shoot and kill. He's going to kill this person. Because she's got nothing. Well, we can face our death. Shoot me. Will you stop? Please, let me have my turn. I have to heal a bunch of people here. Wow, did we take a hit. We lost the tank and got, I think everybody on the team got wounded. I went a little too fast. I should have gone slower. Tried to push a little bit too quick for the recording. So that was going to hurt. We're going to have another whole new team, and I'm going to have to build a tank. Uh, 21 days, 12 days, 20 days. Clayton survived. The last sniper survived with no wounds. Everybody else got hurt really bad. Okay. We got to get back to base. Yeah, night missions are the worst. Destroyer UFO, plus 200,000 monthly funding. We have gathered sufficient data on destroyer UFOs to provide the world with detailed plans for clearing these alien vessels. As a reward, the Funding Council have increased our monthly funding. A cash bounty will now be paid for each destroyer crash site left to local military forces. Completing the mission ourselves will cost operations points, as we will need to negotiate with local government who are keen to acquire the alien materials and technology for themselves. The bounty will be collected automatically if the crash site times out. Okay. Autopsy Scion, a new bad guy. Although they are significantly larger and rather more dangerous than the sectons encountered previously, genetic analysis suggests that these Scion corpses are in fact exactly the same species as their smaller brethren. My autopsy suggests this is simply sexual dimorphism. The robust bone structure around the torso of a scion serves to protect the organs within the chest cavity, the largest of which appears to be a uterus. Thus, females of the species appear to have grown larger and stronger than males to better protect their unborn children. One suspects the genders then continued to evolve into steadily more specialized roles. The cranial cavity of the scion is more bulbous, housing an unusually large and highly complex brain that contains several large biological structures of unknown function. Embedded within this are a number of metallic implants of similarly opaque purpose. This means that the raw physical and combat abilities of a scion are not dissimilar of that of an average human. However, the vast superiority of extraterrestrial technology means that these creatures are deadly opponents on the battlefield. More concerning still are the purported psionic abilities that give this creature its name. Every soldier that has encountered a scion on the battlefield has reported some degree of disorientation, confusion, or hallucination creeping into their consciousness. This effect is most acute when looking directly towards the creature, i.e. when attacking it. The idea that extraterrestrial beings are capable of influencing our very thoughts is troubling, Commander. These are clearly fearsome foes. They have 60 health, 55 time units. They can mesmerizing and disorienting anyone foolish enough to meet their gaze. If a unit attacks the alien from within its vision cone and fails to score at least one hit, the alien will attempt to mesmerize them. If the attacking soldier passes a morale test, they will be unaffected. If they fail a morale test, they will lose all remaining time units. Ability will not trigger if the alien is suppressed or if the attacker is not within the vision cone of the alien when the attack is performed. Scions and sectons can create strong psionic connections that allow them to share sensory information, particularly vision. If a secton is within 8 tiles of a scion, that secton will give plus 30 accuracy. Will gain plus 30 accuracy. This effect will immediately be cancelled if either unit is suppressed or killed. If psionic transmission is active, the secton will have visibly glowing eyes. Okay. Bravery 60, reflexes 50, strength 60, accuracy 60, time units 55. Yeah, they're pretty nasty. And we can get alien plasma weapons. But not until I get done with original thingamajiggies. Okay. I think that's where we're going to stop at this point. Mars rebuild costs 125. We're going to go ahead and start that because it takes almost 4 days. Spent some money. Corpses wise, I need 16 of those. I have 16 corpses, which I could do as well. It would give me more damage against them, which we may do in just a minute. Last thing we're going to do before we go is we're going to go here and we're going to say sell junk. 191,000 in junk. Okay. Okay. And then we'll go back out here and we'll put in a time. Real quick, their panic's at 48, their panic's at 50, 46, 48, 48, and 49. So, Soviet Russia is a little bit high. We got to do something about that, which we'll have to think about doing. Trying to get a mission or something in there. There you have it. Beginning of month 4, only about 3 days in, we had a landed UFO, so that's a new kind of mission. Landed UFOs are very, very tough. They always are. I went way too fast, that's an example for you to not go as fast as I did. I should have taken out the first one I could see, set up everybody for reaction shots, and then gone on, slowly but surely. In a situation like that, I could have used the tank to blow open the hedge, and then I would have seen the other guys and I would have been able to shoot them all. But I went too fast, so my bad. Alright, so pay attention to my mistakes too. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the thumbs up button. Leave me comments in the comment section. Both of those things help get this out in front of more people on YouTube. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm at about 390 something, I think. So I've got a ways to go. The first peak there is, can we get over 500 people and over 3,000 watch hours? So share this video with other people that you think might be interested in learning about Xenonauts 2. It is available in pre-release on Steam. I don't know if it's available on any other platforms. I haven't checked. But I know it's available on Steam in pre-release form. You would get the same thing that I'm playing here, And you can actually we do have it going all the way to quote unquote the end game. We are definitely the developers are still improving it, and we're still playtesting the heck out of it, trying to find things. For instance, I got to put in a bug report that my looks like my shield should have gone away, but it didn't. I'm not sure here. I have to watch the video again. But we have little things like that pop up in certain environments that we need to take care of if we can. So yeah, that's where we're at. I am trying to stream. I'm playing around with streaming options in my OBS. Hopefully, I'm going to get my streams to work a little better this weekend. If the streams go bad, you'll get a second video will come out. I will re-record. If the recording isn't good enough, I will re-record what I did, step by step. Trying to remember each piece that I did in the game and then get you a proper video that shows it. For an example, last Friday, the Gale Goes Forth streaming went so poorly that I was talking about stuff and you were about almost 5 minutes behind me. And it would be a frozen frame while I talked my way through, several scenes or whatever, and then all of a sudden you would jump up a little bit, and then you would jump up a little bit, and you never got to see smooth video play. So I went back through, did all the steps that I did in the stream, but only in a recording setting, which worked just fine. And then I posted that up for people to see because there was the romance scene between Gale and Karlak, which a lot of people like to see, romance scenes with Karlak, and some of the other more fun things that were going on there that I was very disappointed that my stream couldn't handle it. I've changed a couple settings in OBS. I tested it. It looks like it works, but it's not on the high volume day of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, well, we won't know until I try it this weekend for sure. I might do another test tomorrow during my normal stream time to see if it works. Anyway, the other streams Saturday is Monk, which was a fan pick for me to play a monk with a Drunken Master subclass. They've just gotten into Baldur's Gate 3. They had problems with the streaming. I had problems last weekend with all the streaming. I'm hoping it was just the volume of traffic from the Olympics that was causing me the problem, and then things are going to straighten out now that we don't have a huge event like that going on while I'm trying to stream. But yeah, that one is not modded at this point. I'm probably going to add some cosmetic mods, but I don't think I'm going to do what I did with Gale. Gale has some serious modding going on. I had messed up the romance between Gale and Karlak, so I went and added a mod that fixed that. I have another mod that lets me bring all the companions with me, which is what I'm doing, which is why it's just such a romp, because we just bounce through the city and the events and just, yeah, it's not a big deal to go and do things. So it's not a proper playthrough, I guess. It's more of a romp in the park type playthrough, just to see what we can do, what kind of shenanigans we can get up to, and stuff like that. Ultimately, I am trying to see if I can figure out a way. I don't know if you can do it as a player character to get Gale to ascend. I've seen some videos where he can ascend, but they never make it sound like whether he's the player character or if he's an NPC, if he's just a companion when that happens. So I'm very, very confused on what I can do with him. I really want him to ascend to, which is a set of things that you have to do in order to make it happen. If I can get him to ascend, then he can basically rescue Karlak from the Hells, which is the whole point of romancing Karlak with Gale, is to try and do that. Not sure I can pull that off, but I'm going to try and look it up on some wikis and Reddit threads and things like that to figure out what it is I need to do in order to make that happen, what flags I have to set, what bits of side quests I need to do to make sure that happens, and see if I can get that to work, because I do like that concept. Yeah, Saturday is the monk, and then Sunday was originally going to be just content like this, episodic content, for a thing called the Librarian. I'm trying to get a Jack of all trades achievement in Steam, which means being a level 1 in all 12 classes. I think I'm up to a level 7 now or something. I'm not sure where exactly we are. 6 or 7. So it's called the Librarian, and it's been a real challenge because being a level 1 everything, I can't do anything well other than support the other characters. So I have like a 1 level in Bard, so I can throw a Bardic Inspiration at somebody. I have 1 level in Cleric, I can throw some healing spells. I have 1 level in Druid, so I can at least cast Speak with Animals and Longstrider, which is what that's basically his job. Before we go out, he wanders around the whole camp and casts Longstrider on everybody. And so on and so forth. They did take a fighter level so I could get some hit points so I wouldn't die right away, which is very easy for me to do because I'm not that good. Yeah, we're stumbling our way through that. Somehow I got way early romance scene with Shadowheart. And then when we got to the Tiefling camp, I did the romance scene with Karlach, so I have no idea what's going to happen with his romance. And there's the line in there to get the romance scene with Lae'zel, and I'm just like, I've already got enough problems just trying to get this guy to being a level 1 everything. I don't need to add a 3rd level to my romance options. So we'll just have to wait and see how that all works out. Anyway, yeah, that takes care of the streaming. Of course, I'm doing this output here. I am trying to put together a sort of a help create a character video for Traveler. Mongoose 2nd edition using Roll20. It's inspired by Seth Sorkowski and another person who did it really well, but I've seen several streams where they do the character creation and they miss steps because the DM is trying to do it via paging through the book, and people are paging through the book and stuff. So I came up with sort of an anachronism. Anachronism? Is that what it is? I don't know. It's a bunch of initials, whatever that is in the English language. I can't remember. But like it's for your term, it goes SSEA, which stands for skill, survival, event, and advancement. And of course, if you don't make the survival, the event becomes a mishap, and then that just ends you out. And if you get through that and you get the advancement, then there's possibility of grabbing another skill. So I have like things in parentheses as to what possibilities. And you just got these letters, and it's like if you look at the letters, it makes sense on what you do. And then I have something below it that explains what each letter means. So I have a little handout that I give to my players to try it out on my family. They're my test subjects for this kind of stuff. And they were able to pretty much follow what they needed to do. And they're not Traveler players. 3 of them are not Traveler players. 2 of them are Traveler players, but not huge Traveler players. And then there's me, who's, I've played it since 1978. I found it right after Star Wars came out, and I saw a science fiction role-playing game on the shelves, and I grabbed it, picked up some of the supplements over the next year, and was able to, if I wanted to, I could recreate Star Wars, and I could recreate all sorts of other things. So it became my staple. Is one of the reasons why I'm a forever GM. I've been GMing D&D since 1976, the summer of 1976, and Traveler off and on from 1978 or so. So, yeah, I've been a DM a long time. I never got out of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. I saw no reason to go to 3.5 and 3 and 4 and 5. When they went over to this more simplified D20 system, I was like, it's a lot of money for me to spend to change things over. I'm just going to leave my world the way it is. And I have people that play in it and they enjoy it. It's definitely not, it's not their current D&D. So they find it refreshing to have something that's a little new, some new things to try and figure out how to do. And Traveler I've always liked because all you ever needed was 2 different colored D6 dice. Was the minimum requirement for doing just about everything. It's nice to have extra D6 because some of those weapons do like 4d6 damage, so there's times when you want 3 or 4 dice. But in general, 6d6, as long as one's got a different color on it, is all you ever need to play the game. Ever. You don't need anything else. And that simplicity and the fact that the systems work pretty much the same all the way through it are really neat. The thing I like about Mongoose Traveler is that they sort of streamlined explaining how everything works, whereas in the original Little Black Books, you had to read quite a bit in order to understand that, oh, everything's a 2d6, and then there's this target number of 8 usually, and you know the referee can change that based on circumstances. Might be easier, might be harder, and it was like kind of all jumbled around, but you could figure it out, which I did. But then you go to Mongoose, and Mongoose pretty much spells out this is how the system works. And then in Traveler, you have, like, I don't know, at least half a dozen mini games as you're trying to role play the game. And it's much more of a skill-based role play than it is min-max dice rolls, which is, I've played Dungeons and Dragons 5e, and to me it's like min-max your stats and hope your 20s come up high. You know, that's just how it works. Traveler's a little different. Describing how you're going to do something. If you impress the referee enough, they might give you, an extra +1 on the die roll, which is huge. They might give you a boon die. They might just say, that's good enough. I'm going to lower the difficulty from 10 to 8. That kind of stuff. So role-playing becomes far more important in Traveler, I think, than in D&D, because at least from my experience, most D&D DMs don't take that into account when you do something really neat. I try to make things work through roleplay rather than just rolling dice. Dice is sort of a final arbiter to see how well you did. You did your roleplay, let's see how well it worked, and give you bonuses and things, maybe lower the difficulties, that kind of stuff. So I prefer the role-playing part of role-playing games than roll dice and see if I killed the monster and take his treasure. Which is not an unfair way to do things too. Anyway, that's enough of me talking about myself. Again, like, subscribe, leave comments, share it with your friends. If you want to, you can join my Discord server. It's called Dren608 Plays. It's a place where it's for talking about games like this that I'm working on, putting out content, stuff you might want to see me do in the future, twists you might want to see me do with a game, like, oh, you're going to play, that's what happened with the monk. You can play Baldur's Gate 3 again, but you got to play a monk, and it's got to be the Drunken Master subclass. And it's like, okay, how am I going to do that? And so I came up with a backstory of why the guy would be a monk with the Drunken Master subclass, and worked from there and just said, okay, here we go. And it's been kind of a hoot to figure out some of the neat things like that. So if you've got suggestions about games you'd like to see me play, let me know. I do have 2 new games that are going to be coming out sometime this year. I'm going to start them up. Dragon Age Ultimate Edition, I think, is what my son bought me. And then Divinity Original Sin 2. Since there's a new Divinity game coming from Larian, I thought it would be worthwhile for me to at least go experience one of the Divinity Original Sin franchises, and that one was on sale. So I got that for not only myself, but I bought it for everybody for the family for Christmas. It's like, here, everybody have a new role-playing game to go putz around in. And then I plan on streaming that later this year as well. So when I get done with my Baldur's Gate 3 streams, then I'll be picking up those. I'm purposely not watching any videos on those games so that I experience it literally for the first time. Well, not literally. I've seen clips of things that go on in Divinity Original Sin and in Dragon Age. Can't miss them all. But I'm trying to avoid, here's the way you optimize min-max and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to avoid all those kinds of videos. I try to avoid those videos if I'm going to stream something. Just like here, I know things that I could be doing. I could be playing this game a lot better. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying to do it more of a generic way of, oh, this is what's happening, this is how you have to react. Because like you saw, I finally got a base up, but now I have to balance my money between the 2 bases so I can get this one at least semi-functional, because I need to get at least a hangar or 2 and a radar over there, and I need power plants to do that. So that's a lot of my money that has to go over there. And then over here, I still have things to build to catch up. I need to build a 4th hangar so I can build extra airplanes so I can ship them to the U.S. That way I don't have to have my engineers all over creation and stuff like that. It's just there's lots of management things you got to do in this game in order to succeed at it. You can't just like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and blow up aliens, because sooner or later they're going to get tougher than the airplanes you've got. So you've got to bring those new airplanes online. And you'll see that all take place in the next few videos. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I'm already at 1 hour and 15 minutes. I should shut up and go. So I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.